Hi everybody and welcome back. So this is going to be the basics of exactly all the little workings inside of Escape from Rust, all the little things that you need to know. And to get started, I'm going to show you guys the escape chest. So you can see I've got 17 pages here. You can keep everything in here that you have. This is where you keep your stuff safe. You're going to want your research paper in here. As you can see, there's also a little workbench area and an upgrade storage. The more that you upgrade your storage, the more expensive it will be. If you're upgrading your workbench, it's going to go from workbench level 1 to 2 to 3. You start off at level 1. So yeah, keep that in mind. There's also the Chad rating up top. As you can see, my Chad rating is 1.00 and my total stash value, so everything that I have inside of my bank space is also valued up there as well. And let's get started on showing you guys where the cards are. So red cards can only be used one time, blue cards can only be used one time, green cards can be used multiple times. Uh, my recommendation is blue cards are incredibly good for getting guns, red cards are incredibly good for getting AKs. If you ever need any of the parts to be able to make the gun after, they're also in here. Any attachments in here, I would highly recommend researching each one of these so you're not buying them every time. The only place you can actually get rockets and the HP rockets and low rocket launchers is in this vending machine. I would recommend researching the large wall and the small wall though, because it just makes it a lot cheaper. But the rockets themselves, you're going to get so many of those from random people doing heli. Yeah. Any of the guns in here, quite frankly, this isn't really worth it. If you're going to be using any of those, maybe, but no. Springs, maybe. I would never end up using anything in here except for the gunpowder, turning it into wood. This is the only thing you should be doing with your gunpowder. Wood recycles into a lot more research paper than gunpowder. It's the only option. Using green cards, quite frankly, if you just use one green card, I'm sure you're going to get a better tier 2 gun than a SAR anyways. And good place for you to be able to get kits if you need an emergency road sign kit. You can get it in here. You can also just go inside of Deadwood and kill some bots, but this is also a pretty good place. If you've already got the materials and you need one, or you just need one more for your kit, could be pretty good. Here's where you're going to end up recycling everything. And as you can see, I'm showing you guys all the little resources. I'd highly recommend you end up having all of your resources inside of one stack. So I'm going to show you this here, how much you can get. This is 1,000 gunpowder. This is just a little trick. So take everything out, end up getting 1,000 sulfur and 2,000 charcoal. Adds up to 24. So 24 research paper for one stack of gunpowder, or you can end up selling it. The button doesn't work very well, so you do need to actually move it up every time, or just accept that you're only putting 3 in there. And look at that, already way more. So we made 24 and we ended up making 100 by selling or turning it into wood and then selling it. So that's 4 times more. Over 4 times more. You can't really compete with that. And now right over here we've got the research table. Research table, you can end up researching any type of guns, any type of armor, anything you really need. Instead of using scrap, you are going to use your research paper. That's pretty much how it is. You get research paper fairly easily just from recycling all the things that you don't need. And I want to go over this really quickly. You cannot actually fix any equipment that you have. If it's already broken or almost broken, just recycle it because, yeah, I'm sure you're not going to pay VIP for on a server just to be able to fix items. Alright everybody, and here I'm going to show you guys exactly why you should never go AFK with a kit, go AFK with an M2 on your back. I know it looks kind of cool, but quite frankly, you're just asking players to come and attack you. So you are safe in here. Now, 5K is my teammate. He's going to try and push me into the portal. all he has to do is get me into that portal, into factory. And it's a little bit difficult to actually push someone through the final bit, but just getting them through, it's just moving them. Players are really good at this. We're not the best at it, as you can see, but as soon as you end up getting someone in there, if they're AFK, they just got 3 M2s, as you can see. My inventory had 3 M2s in it. That's it. So when you end up going AFK, always make sure that you're sitting down, see where 5K is right there. These chairs don't work apparently. And right here. That's it. If you want to look completely kitted up or something like that, do that. And here we go, everybody. I'm going to show you guys all the things with the leaderboards right here. The first one that we're looking at is the Chad rating. So there's a couple different things that you can look at. You can look at the player's name, and you can end up looking at what their total Chad rating is. You can look at how many kills in Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 they actually ended up getting. So Tier 1 is Tier 1 guns, Revies, things like that. Tier 2, Tier 2 guns, those are going to be Tommies, SARS, etc. Tier 3 is going to be AKs, MP5s, M2s, things like that. If they go in fully kitted, that's going to be basically what you're looking for. The next leaderboard, which we're looking at right now in the middle, is just telling you how fast you went from Tier 1 to Tier 2 to Tier 3. That's it. And then over here you've got the one that's my favorite. This is going to be the wealth leaderboard. So the first thing that you're going to have is the total value inside of your stash. The second thing that you're going to have is total value that you've extracted with. And the third thing that you're going to have is how many pages you have. So if you want to be the highest up on there, the only thing that really matters is that first category. So let's say you have 50 and the guy next to you has 49, but you've got an extract of 200 and they've got an extract of 300. It doesn't matter what their extract is. It matters how much they actually have in their stash right now. Because if you're losing everything, yeah, it doesn't really matter. So keep that in mind. If you're trying to be on the leaderboard for total wealth, just keep as much items as you can. Play it safe. Do a little bit of farming. There's tons of things that you can end up doing to get your wealth up. And yeah, pages are definitely going to help you out there. So I'd also recommend having some pages for better organization. Alright guys, and I get asked this quite a lot. The question is basically, what exactly are the requirements to be on the leaderboard? And the big thing that I'm going to mention is the Chad rating. As you can see, mine is 0.00. That means my Chad rating is basic. That's how it is. It's not higher than the average. It is the exact average. Now, one thing that I can end up saying is your Chad rating may say 1 out of 100 if you just started and haven't done any PvP, or it can say 20 out of 100. The Chad rating to be able to be on the leaderboard is about 50. The admins will not release this information on the Discord, so just say 50 is the Chad rating. That's going to help you guys out and keep you guys as high as you can. And in order for you guys to actually farm up that Chad rating, you're going to need to go into the normal maps. So that's going to be Cascadia, Customs, Factory, Dry Fire, and Afterburn. They all give you the same thing, but Deadwood does not count. Okay, stay out of Deadwood if you're trying to get your PvP Chad rating up. Now, it's not going to matter if you go in as a scav or if you go in as a pre-made character, PMC. If you're going in as a PMC, obviously, you're going to have better gear. If you're going in as a scav, there's a chance you're getting a bow, a crossbow, a compound bow, a revolver, a water pipe shotgun. So just keep this in mind, guys. If you need to go inside of these to actually get your Chad rating, just go in with the best kit you got, or go in with a good kit, or just go in with the scav and accept that you're at a little bit of a disadvantage, guys.